Alright, let's test to see if it's working. It's never 100%. Or 100. Come on. Watch now. Alright, happy Friday, everyone. Good morning, Shenzi. I'm currently logging in because you know that bug every so often that you get where you're trying to, it won't delete your mail? The only way I've ever found to fix that is to actually completely quit out of the game, including the launcher, and restart. And that's really annoying. But I hate having mails in my inbox that I can't delete. Whatever. I'm a real nerd when it comes to that. I have a bunch of thank yous. Tarly Art. Lobotomy Party. There's a name for you. And a bunch from yesterday. Oh, I hate that one. What I found fixes that one is if you quit, if you're on Steam, quit out of Steam and then restart in the game, because for some reason that being connected by Steam seems to do it. Screw things up sometimes when I get that bug. Come on, load your boat. Load, load, load your boat. Gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 merrily. This is not a dream. I have news. I found another contest. This one is for only Lucian and Unstable Unicorns peoples. It is a rainbow explosion contest. If you want to know more, if you're in those guilds, I'm happy to discuss it with you. Alright. I am currently out of stuff to sell. So I've been in between things going shopping. Sadly.
Hello there.
I just have nothing to sell. It's very sad. Good morning to all of yous. And you, and you, and you, and you, and you. The kitty I wanted yesterday did not work out. Apparently she's a bully and she beats up other kitties, and since my boy is such a wounded kitty from being eaten, I mean his name is Van Gogh after all for a reason, we decided to pass on her, which makes me sad, but gotta think about the existing kitties in said home before you do anything like that, right? Alright, let's try another house. Let's do HD Shocks, Hall of the Lunar Champion. So that didn't work out, and it makes me kind of sad. There are 2 new kitties on that site this morning, but as cute as they are, they would come as a pair, and we weren't looking to get 2. There's still that one white pretty kitty up there. She doesn't quite fit the bill, but she's close. So that's the site I'm looking at. Fergie is my leading choice at the moment. Alright, so this is 109 items. Okay, so I'm saying this one isn't done. Let's move along. HD, if you update it, please let me know, and I will come back. Midnight Madness, Alinor House, Alinor Crest. Let's go there. So I'm looking at it. I like. I mean, Fergie looks really good. Chester is really cute, the red Napoleon, but he's got his own problems. Like he's only 12. He's 12, and I just lost a cat who was 12, so it's like, not sure I want to do that. If you have a Reddit account, could you update me, please, on that? I stupidly posted it at a terrible time last night. I may end up reposting it. Somebody has padding going on. Ooh, kitties. All right, front room office with nice clutter. This looks like a desk that is really in use. You may want to right-click Midnight. I think your papers are hovering just a tiny bit. Not the contract, just the papers. Sometimes it can be hard to see that with this editor. And then we've got a front room where the kitty is getting toasty. Good morning, Jemima. How's it going? Well, that's a pretty addition to that fountain. The kitchen. Oh, we've got a Fizzez. I didn't even notice him. The Tuwaka kitty. Stuff in the cubbies. Pleasing. That's a good sized pot. That elsewhere pot is a good sized pot for that sapling. It can be hard to sometimes find one that looks like it wouldn't knock the damn thing over. I really like that arrangement. That looks like it's intentional. With the ivy over the huge pot. It looks like something you would see in a house, like in a real house, not just a on-game house. It's really nice too. So this person has a knack with flowers. Anyway. Today is Friday. As far as I know, J Hart is having his housing hike, so I will drop you off there when that starts. I see. We probably are going to do a little bit more of that today just because I'm completely out of inventory. So, again, I love your gardening too. You really do have a knack with flowers. This looks good, Midnight. All right. I'm really out of money. I mean, out of stuff to list. And my husband's like, well, you gotta stop worrying about that. I'm like, I know, but I'm a butt. Alright. Now, Deshaun, you would think you wouldn't get a lot, but we're still early enough in the morning that a lot of people still may have missed some of the deals. It's a possibility. Plus, I'm reducing my margin of profit because I need to find things just to list. So for example, I'm looking at the materials here. I have found that poison bases like this, solvents, don't sell. Stallroom shards take a while to sell, but will eventually. But I'm not going to take the risk on it. Well, depends on how serious you want to be, if you want to deal with fees or not. But, I mean, if you want to go serious, Lucian, I think, still has some slots, and they're good for that. But if you don't want to pay fees, I would suggest Walmart or one of those. That AC Squared runs. I'm in Raw. No, I'm not in Walmart. I used to be in Walmart. I quit because I wasn't selling enough to make it worthwhile for them. Ooh. All right. So here's the thing with alchemy writs. If you find alchemy writs that are like 2K under the max. The max TTC price, I'd snap them up. These are close, but no cigar. Those are a good buy. So are most alchemy and most enchanting, but there's some exceptions to those too. Excuse me, most provisioning and most enchanting, but there's exceptions. I'll show you them as we come along to them. All right.
Take pride in your work, I always
Unfortunately, there's not a lot to flip lately. You're starting at like kind of the worst time. I'm gonna stay away from the potencies because the potencies are ones that you typically can buy off of the vendors. So I'm gonna leave those alone. Unfortunately, that means I'm. All right. So you see what I'm looking at here? See the percentage? This is only like 1.66 percentage. That means that I would lose money if I relisted this for because I would be paying another 7 or 8% in fees to list it. So I would lose money. So I don't go below 15% so that I at least don't lose money. That is the way that I suggest you do it as well. If you see a percentage there that's under 15, I wouldn't suggest getting it. You'll lose money that way. I'm also staying away from the new Solitude stuff. Reason is, unless you find it stupid cheap, it's gonna drop in price like a rock. People are avoiding buying them for that reason. The people who needed them right away pretty much already got them. When it comes to new items, unless you get it on the first day, generally it's not worth it to try to sell them because the prices will drop, and you need to see where it's going to settle out to. That's just my opinion. You can do with it what you will. Let's look at another house and then we'll come back to shopping. All right, Midnight Madness we did. Rogue Wolf SC, Sublime Onsen Resort, not open. Okay. Super Fugitive, Amaya. There we go. Oh, good. Is that good? Is that good or bad, Ula? You don't know? All right. Still waiting to hear off of any more. You might, yeah. That's unfortunate. 433 items, that's enough to explore. 4 effects, which means they have more than just this. Hey, babe, where you been? Every time you're not around, I get a message from Grip. Why does She hate you now? She doesn't fucking hate me. Get over yourself. I wonder what this is all about with the tarps on the roof. I'm sorry. Then we have a nice view, I think. What is that? What is that? I think they just put some sticks out there in the middle of nowhere for the fun of it. I'm not entirely sure. Ugh. Yeah, that's what I told him. I told him that you were probably riding around on your motorcycle. Hey, Draconis. But he doesn't listen to me. He has completely created a whole new reality in his little head about all the things that he has people doing. He's a nut job. I love him dearly. I'm messing with you, Griff. You're not really a nut job. Hey, Harry. I think this person is looking to expand and thus has planks going up to see where they can expand. It's hard to tell. Well, you know, that's the best first 2 steps, right? I think some of this is standard. I can't recall, but some of this looks really standard to me. I don't know if they bought it furnished or something. Not sure. Well, that's not standard. They did that by their lonesomes. That looks good. I like the Ivy additions. All right. And wow, this is very unique. Interesting. Weird. You've got like a whole like mushroom section just growing out of nowhere. It's kind of wild. Unexpected mushrooms are unexpected. Alright, I think that's about it. So we'll go to East March. Oh, no one's in East March. Isn't that great? Whoa! Naughty. Naughty girl. So tomorrow starts... No, today was the last day for Sonia Plays contest. I hope you entered. And then down here we have also the last two for the month plus a new one that I've learned about. These are the last two for the month, and the newest one I found out is for Lucian and Unstable Unicorns. Rainbow Explosions is the contest. It's due September 6th, and it's the more colorful the better, go along with the theme of rainbow, but it's pretty broad aside from that. So if you're in those guilds on NA, give them a shot. And then we'll look at another house in a moment. It's really hard to find things to sell these days. Everything's seriously picked over. That might be worth it, even though it's only 12, because I could probably jack up the price a little bit. Like I discussed with you, some people are buying things at cost and selling them at cost. Oh, that's fantastic. So that's how they're increasing their sales in a lot of ways. Okay, so you see, you know how I said that some of them are worth it and some of them aren't for the enchanting writs? See this sealed enchanting writ? It's for the prismatic. So the prismatics require a specific rune that costs almost more money than it's the writ. I mean, it does cost more money than the writ pays, really. So I wouldn't get the prismatics. Any other type of enchanting writ is probably worthwhile, except for the prismatics. I would avoid those because they're not going to resell. Yeah, so they're not worth it. But if you find one for something else other than the prismatics, it's worthwhile. Dramathra usually sells well, but that's overpriced. This is overpriced. This is overpriced. These are overpriced. I'm not doing well today. Ooh, look, you're fine. Oh, goodness. How many times have I broken down into tears on here when I'm talking about my life?
Greetings.
I mean, I've sobbed to you guys before, so don't worry about it. That carpet is worth buying. I'm going to resell it. If you note, it sells for 22 to 28, and this is currently 24. It's a pretty popular carpet, I've noticed, so that one should sell. If not, I bought it because I would use it. That's always the backup for furnishings and motifs and plans. Don't buy them unless you're willing to eat them. Meaning, sometimes you're gonna get stuck with these things. Don't have a panic attack now, please. You don't. We love you, but you don't need to get panicky. It's okay. You're gonna be all right. Crying is fine, but panicking isn't gonna feel good. I know how panic attacks feel. They suck. Now see what I mean though? Like in the normal days, I would get at least something off of almost every trader. I'm getting so few things off of traders, it's almost not worth it. Alright, I'm gonna eat these berries, the solitude berries, because I want to make some and sell them because I wanted the plan. And if I can make some to sell, let's see. Hearth. I'm assuming they're hearth. Solitude berries. Yes. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. Typically, what you're supposed to do is determine whether or not the craft cost, which is, it doesn't say, oh, 4,600. Look at what TTC is selling for them for, 4,100. That's because people are underpricing because if they farmed the goods themselves to make this, then it's probably, they think of it as free, but they're wrong. You know, they could have spent those mats some other way. So typically what I like to do is, I might raise the price just a tad over craft cost. It probably won't sell, but I don't really care right now because what I'm looking for is I'm looking to just fill my slots because I have enough money. So, dubious, longfin. See, it's a little bit overpriced. Some people may buy it because it's convenient, because it's nearby. Who cares, right? If you don't care about money and you care about convenience, or if you want to support your guild, you might drop that money on it. Who cares? So that's that. This one, I should list it 7K, but I'm going to list it around 8K because I overpaid for it. We won't discuss that. Sea Giant shields are new. What did I pay for? I wish I could remember what I paid for this. No one's going to pay $325, $329 for it. Most they'll pay is $225, but we'll do 300,000 just because I want to keep my slots full. Outlaw. If I actually wanted to make sure that these things sold, I would max out at the TTC price. I would not go above that. But the truth is that I'm not really looking to do that. I'm just looking to fill my slots up, which is a really weird thing, but it's the truth. I'm a weirdo. It's kind of what J-Heart's doing right now, like with some of his listings are just way out of whack, too high. But he's leaving it because he's like, you know, he wants to keep his slots full, and if it's overpriced, it's basically storage that he's paying for. And then sometimes people do actually pay that ridiculous. Shenzi says, I think also people just wind up with extra furnishings and try and recoup something for them. I've got 2 warehouses filled, and I've only been doing this a few months. I designed by Darkfart. Throw stuff down until something sticks. Yeah, I think you're right. I know I do. When I have extras, I'll just sell them off. But that's, you know. I haven't had that in a while. Alright, so that's what... Let's look at another house in a moment. Let me just list this. Nothing steals from us. Yeah, you're ridiculous. But that's just you. Alright, that 50K is ridiculous, so we're going to go max out by the TTC price, which is 28. As long as you pay less than the TTC price when you're buying it, you can use your TTC price as the top. I'm not even trying to recoup costs, honestly. All I'm trying to do is just keep my slots full. I have enough money. Dropping 50K into each guild a week is enough to keep me, so I never have to worry about what I'm selling. But I like to keep my stuff full. Alright, let's go to Glenumbra. Oh wait, no. First we'll look at a house, then we'll go to Glenumbra. Oh no, we won't look at a house. Let's go to Glenumbra. We're full of houses here. And I don't want to go over to the other to EU today until I'm done with shopping. So I apologize. There will be some shopping today. I did warn in my list that there would be some shopping. But the problem is that what J-Heart keeps finding is that he lists things for a certain price, and then what happens is that they'll sell it. Yeah. Well, yeah, eventually. But right now, I'm honestly doing the opposite. Typically, I mean, I would buy solely to sell things, and they would sell. But right now, I'm like, I feel like I'm constantly trying to shop and constantly trying to get my slots full, and I don't really need to. So what the hell am I doing, right? So I just decided I'm going to just put things up for a little bit more than they should be. If they sell, they sell. All right. Here's one. Sealed alchemy writ. It is not 42% lower than what I would pay, but it's still worth buying because this is at 5,100 TTCs max, 6,300. I'll probably buy that and jack it up just a touch. Oh, go ahead. Hey, Volcidol. I'm just trying to get some money, some items, and then we'll head on over to EU again. But right now, I just want to get some things to list. I should probably do those quests, but I didn't. I don't think these. Look at how poorly these new plans are selling. The first day, pay phase failure. ESO retail therapy is the best. No in real life consequence if you overspend. This is true. I really like this street light. I'm gonna break my own rule. I already know this, but I'm gonna buy it anyway because it's such a kind of a rare plan. This one I will buy to resell, and even though it looks like an elephant penis, I'm going to buy it because I don't know it, and so if it doesn't sell, I can eat it. This one, no. Yes. Again, prismatic, skip it. Not worth it. However, if you get one, I mean, list it. If you get one from your writs, list them. But they're not worth it to buy to flip. Yeah, that's the way that I feel about, well, for example, the people who need to own all of the tables. I don't get it. Yes, you're right. Do that. There are some people who, on the day that something comes out, will pay any price in order to have it. I don't agree with those people. But that's when you can make your money. If you get that plan and it drops the first day. Once the first day is over, you can pretty much guarantee that people have already, the people who would pay any stupid, ridiculous price for it have already bought it. So I wouldn't worry with it about that. So after the first day, my general rule is to not list those things. And I just wait until they settle down. I'll eat it. Yeah, the purples are rarer. So those, if it's something stupid rare like that, or the mask, you know, not the shoulder, but the mask. Ace V says, I'm trying to get all the tunables because it gives me a reason to spend gold. I have millions that just sit there. Ace, that's what housing's for. Howlin' Rat says, so if I want writ vouchers, I usually go for the blue jewelry writs because I always have jewelry supplies. Is that wise of me? Probably not. What I would do is I would make sure that you have Writworthy on, which I do not. It requires 2 new add-ons. I'll frickin' get them. Lib price, lib sets. Lib price, lib sets. I wouldn't do it because jewelry supplies are worth a fortune, especially right now. J Hart sells the gold plating for between 95 and 100,000 gold a piece. And anything that you do for writs, you're probably going to get, you would be better off selling the mat itself than anything you did with it. The best, yeah, mats are relatively cheap. Okay, so what are you using? You're using like, I mean, even the lower level plating is good, you know, to sell. I mean, probably the turn would be worth it. But generally they suck. Does anyone know what the writ to the writ balance number is right now that people aren't going over? Is it 1,000? Is it 500? It always changes. People have different opinions about what per writ value they'll sell versus per writ value they'll do. Sometimes it's 500 gold. Sometimes people do it. Yeah, it's different on EU. It really depends. I can ask, but I could swear it's like 500 gold, or it used to be. I don't know if that's changed. But generally, almost always, jewelry writs aren't worth it. Yeah. You're essentially signing the docket when you turn it in. That's what you're pretending to do. 650, thank you, Everelia. When I get back in, I'll show you. Okay. Let me see. Do I have any on me? No, but I can do one real quick if I want. I can possibly get one. There are decorators out there, but generally ESO housing is for people who want to do it themselves. But if you're just interested in looking at pretty houses, there's nothing wrong with that. The most common, I think, Bompson says that they're doing it now, but the one I know of, the most prolific I know of, is Devil Doggett on NA. I don't know about EU. Let me look at writs for you. Do I have any in my bank? Enjoying the hospital. I might. I might not too. Burr, 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 burr. No. What am I doing? Consumable. No writes. I mean, if you're trying to learn how to do it, I would do it myself, you know? Because, I mean, if you're trying to learn how to do it, I mean. It's not on. What is missing? Why is Writworthy not on? What didn't I turn on? Writworthy. Derp. Yeah, I would... I mean, even if it doesn't look good, Ace, give it a shot. You know? If you're interested in enough in to watch a housing stream. That's why what Writworthy does is it tells you how much it would cost, including if you got the motif, Hamlin. I mean, the dailies, and then there's the master writs you can buy, Songmaster. Ace V. My creativity isn't there and it tends to frustrate me. I'm happy with what I built as far as structures go. Ace, I started building for that very reason. I have no creativity. I'm a lawyer, and I lost my creativity. It fell out of my head. I don't know where it went, but when I went to law school, I lost all my creativity. So what I've done is I've tried really hard to inspire myself and work on this stuff. I do give it a chance, but like I said, if you're not feeling it and you're not enjoying it, don't do it. But I don't know. Do I use the add-on to mark stations you've selected in Writworthy? No. I do not. I haven't used Writworthy to make writs in a long time because I don't do them. I have enough money that if there's anything that I actually wanted, I could buy it with gold. Let somebody else buy the writs, the stuff with writs, and then sell it. And I'll give them the gold for it. I'm lazy. It is a good way to make money, though. Alright, so let's try this again, shall we? Stupid. Come on. Load up. Alright, sealed alchemy. Okay, so I'm missing the skill on this one. I can't even do this one. But if you look at this one would be worth doing because its mat total is 1,300 per voucher 267. Right now, if Everelli is right, which she probably is, it is the going rate is about 650. You would anything over 650 you would list and sell, and anything. So this one is per voucher. Okay, this clothing one's Cold Snap. It's if you count the motif in here and the mats, this is 914 gold per voucher. This is not worth doing. You would sell this or donate it. Here's a jewelry one. This is per voucher, 644. This is right on the edge of worth doing. Craft a platinum ring, quality, epic trait, whatever. Keep in mind that the mat totals are a little low right now on jewelry writs because they're actually like things are trending up, so the price of like gold or other plates are actually trending up, so add a little bit to it and this probably isn't worth it. Clothier, like I said, 941, that's not worth it. Take another look, see if we see any more. They when you max out on your writ, like your crafting, you occasionally get these writs from they drop from turning in your dailies, but you have to be maxed out on that particular craft, otherwise they won't drop. Or you could buy them. You're welcome. Spicy, divine design. Let's see what you have to divine design. I would not buy the tent to resell. I don't think it'll sell. It's not attractive enough to resell for a lot. Spicy is currently the record holder for the most selling on NA. So yes, they have very high minimums. All right, so this one's a woodworking writ. This one is worth 836 per voucher. You do not want this one because it's too much. So basically, that's what you need is writ worthy to tell you that. And you just mouse over it, and it'll tell you whether or not it's worthwhile. Trying to see if I have any others up. This alchemy writ doesn't have the information. I wonder why. Yeah, they would basically either have to pay the guy or rip it off from him. They'll probably rip it off from them if they were to do that because of tools. But basically, that's how you do it. You gotta either do the math in your head, or you have to use Writworthy if you're on PC. But you can do the math. It's harder, but you could probably do it in your head if you're good at math, which I am not. Go to Grotwood. Basically, like, these are the things that you learn over time from doing. So it's like, some of the advice I'm giving you isn't really helpful until, I mean, sometimes you might not even realize what you don't know. So I'm trying to bring up as many different kinds of items as I can. Here we go. See, always pay attention to the high end of TTC. A lot of people think that you should go over TTC, see what you can get. I guess it depends on whether you're risk averse or risk loving. I'm more risk averse, so I don't bother listing it too much over the TTC price. I usually go somewhere in between MM and TTC is usually my ceiling, but not always. You have to use your judgment. And you know what? So some of it's just trial and error, you know? I might do this because I don't know how to make this yet, and even though there's only been one sale over 26 days, I may just eat it because it's a purple and it's an item I would use. So I'm gonna just buy that and relist it. If it doesn't sell, I'll eat it and then I'll make the carpets. Necklaces of a Mother Sorrow. Mother Sorrow's doing really well right now. This may resell pretty easily, but let me show you something. Well, where do you search? In your guild or in other guilds or what? All depends on where you're searching. So here, this one sold at 28. This one sold at 24, 680. This one sold at 19. It looks to me like it's starting to trend down again, so I wouldn't bother getting this at 25. I mean, that's all somebody's judgment. Oh my god. Alright, I can't make this yet, so I'm gonna buy it, try to resell it. If I can't, I'll eat it. Refined stuff is worth selling if you own it. Like if you have like 2, 3, 4,000 crest fibers refined, I would list them. But I wouldn't get them to flip. I wouldn't buy them flip.
Good to see you.
I already have one of these, so I won't buy another. Generally, style mats don't do so good unless they're used in furniture ranking, because generally people don't even do that anymore. They just go to the table, the clothes table, and they change that. So why buy a style mat, right? Because you're not going to make them in that style generally. Make them in whatever style you want, and then go to the clothes table, fashion table, whatever the hell it's called. J-Heart suggested to make all the New Moon Acolyte stuff. I wouldn't. And the reason why is, look at those sales. You've got, yes, Calanda Stones, Shimmering Sand, and Vile Coagulant do go high. Those are the exceptions. But the Vile Coagulant is used in, as is Shimmering Sand, are actually all of those used in furnishings. Outfit Station, whatever, 6. So J-Heart's been pushing making New Moon Acolyte stuff. He thinks it's a good deal to sell it. I don't agree, because look, you've got 2 sales in 23 days. It's not a good deal, and he's been pushing it pretty hard, and I think it's a mistake. Talking about Howling Rad, talking about jewelry writs, most of them that come out are crap. Look at this one. This one's 1,800 gold per voucher. This one's 1,800 gold per voucher. Generally, they're not worth it. Don't go over 650. Vile Coagulant is one of those, but it's also, ooh, you're mine. Mundane Runes, always worth it, because furnishings. Hello, Kickjo. Anything that is used in furnishing making, probably worth buying. If you even find it at cost, you could probably yank up the price a little bit, but yeah, it's really shitty. So have Writworthy on, mouse over it to see if it's even worth it. That's all I would say. But yeah, Vile, anything used in furnishings, just think of it this way. We furnishers will sometimes make like 100 floors, and they all need Calanda stones or Calanda in them, right? So it's like, you got to consider that we need these materials to make stuff. It eats a ton of mundane runes. It eats a ton of wax. I'm sorry, Everelia. It's not a good time to do shopping if you're trying to flip. Let me tell you, it's been terrible. And I thought it was just me, but then Lucid said something about it. Not Lucid at CC, and I'm like, yeah, it's so hard to keep my stuff. Yes, heartwood. Any furnishing mats of any type can go. Ooh, you know what? I'm just gonna get this because even though I just want it because Cardi. So this is not to resell. This is just for me. Right. Exactly. Let me move along. We're gonna go to. We did Grotwood. All right. Are we gonna bother? Yeah, I'm just gonna do the big cities for right now. I'll be right back. I gotta use quick bio break. Bitchy nose. Yeah, people are crazy. Sometimes they're crazy extortionists. Go beyond even acceptable to crazy. But yeah, I wouldn't. I'm not trying to badmouth JR by saying I wouldn't do the new moon stuff, but my personal experience in it has been, don't think it's a good deal. That's all. Oh, these are always worth it. Grand repair kits. As long as, if they show up for your search for things that are underpriced, which is the way that I do it, they're always worth buying and reselling because people will buy them because they're cheaper than buying them at a vendor. Yeah, it just doesn't. We have hardly any movement on NA with it. It's like dead in the water. Not really sure why. But I have really great traders, Kickjo, and it's just not selling. So I'm guessing it's an EU thing, which is entirely possible because they have totally different economies that are very little related. Yeah. I don't remember what the new hotness is. Yeah, very different. Very different. It's kind of amazing. Like I said, I don't know what the new hotness is.
When you get to be my age.
The biz. The best in slot biz. For a while there, Briarheart was doing fantastic. Now it looks like it's trending down again. Rapora might be worth it because Rapora is also used in furnishings. Some. I mean, I always am a little concerned about doing Briarheart jewelry because, you know, I never remember when it's last on the golden, and it's like you always are kind of rolling the dice with getting stuck with it or taking a big hit. I mean, these are just my rules. Right? They're not necessarily your rules. And that's okay. We all have different things we go by. Jay Hart and I don't agree, and we both have a lot of money, so it's all up to you about what your personal rules are. I try to avoid jewelry just in general because it's such a violent market. I get nervous about it. I've been screwed before. I've been stuck with stuff, and I don't have any use for it, so it's really kind of annoying. So I'm going to overprice this and see if it sells. Same with this. Go with the price, even though the TTC should probably be the top price. And if it doesn't sell, then I'll sell it at the lower price. This is at what? $750. So, like I said, I wouldn't do this normally. But it's a... I has reasons. I have also a memory of a dead fish. My memory is terrible. Either port to friend, which is harder to use, or essential housing tools. Both do it. Alright, we're gonna do repro. I think I might keep those reparas because of the fact that they're used in housing. I'll list some. Repara. I don't like Beam Me Up. I find it to be more confusing than just than the other one I use, which is Easy Travel. You just do /TP and start typing the name of the area. You don't even have to open the map, which is annoying to me. Like, it's annoying to me to have to open the map because I'm lazy. Yeah, essential housing tools is where I would go with it. I love Easy Travel. She strikes me as looking really snooty. I don't know if she's angry as much as she's snooty. So I'm not sure. No. You do not. If they have their permissions open for anyone to visit, you do not. I think she's just snooty. I fail to see the problem with saying that she's snooty. Hey! Oh, don't be mean. I'm taking that very personally that you're saying her name should be Karen. My name is Karen. And I'm like the least Karen-y person you know. I assure you. I have never complained to a manager in my life. Yeah, because I really act that way. I don't. I don't complain to managers at all. I'm nice to everybody, or try to be. You know? What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you being stupid? There's somebody on Reddit who just keeps downvoting my shit on purpose. And it's not because it isn't good. I have this feeling they're doing it just to be assholes. Somebody has a problem with me, I think. Yeah, it is. She knows it, too. That's why she made the joke. Bayushi knows me. We talk off of the stream. She's a friend, so it's like she totally knew what she was doing there. Yep, she was messing with me. She does that. Uh-huh. You know nothing. My mother is so pissed about people using my name like that now. She's like, I loved your name. They're ruining it. I'm like, yep. It is what it is, Ma. What am I gonna do? Can't fight it. I have my current profile pic on Facebook is my face. It's just me, my face, and it says, don't be a Karen, wear a mask. Which is so stupid, because I am Karen. So you have to embrace it. If you fight it, I mean, you're gonna lose, because everybody thinks it's funny. My understanding is it came from, well, cara in Italian, it means deer. There's a whole bunch of roots it could have come from. It's hard to say. Some people say it came from Catherine. There's a lot of dispute about where these things came from. I don't think it means anything. I think it means me. Whatever me is. It's whatever you associate. Hopefully you don't associate. I might change my name eventually if this trend continues. I wonder how many Karens have changed their names because of this meme. Hello, lovathy. I mean, I never changed my last name when I got married. So, hey, Ginger. So it sort of makes some sense for me if I do decide to do it, to go ahead and change the whole name if I'm gonna do it. To what? Not Karen. You're such a butt. No, to you are nasty today, but I love you anyway.
You bring me business.
I would say, yeah, I bet her name was harder for a while. I didn't take it because, believe it or not, it was more about my, you know, when I went to law school, they always told us women generally don't take your husband's name because people know you by your maiden name. That's where, I mean, unless you went to school married already, to law school married already, people know you by your maiden name. And the thing is that connections in Nemo already got sold, but not to me. No update. Sold to somebody else. What was I saying? Yeah. So we were told, like, you know, the connections you make in law school, the connections you make when you're a baby lawyer, are definitely important. So you don't want to, like, change your name and make it hard for people to ever find you again. Some of that I took probably a little too much to heart. But it's also, for me, it's more of a silly thing than that. Truth is, I'm the last one in my line with this last name that I have. There's no others. my dad was the only son. He had 2 girls. Hey, Agnum. My sister's last name is, and I swear to you, her last name is, and I'm not making this up, Missing. So that's always fun. And so, you know, that's a lot of jokes right there. What's your last name? It's Missing. No, I mean, what is it? No, it's Missing. Never mind. Kind of funny. Yeah, it is pretty funny. Yes, exactly. When she had babies, they had to, in the hospital, they had to be really careful about announcing it over the loudspeaker because they don't want to say baby missing, because they were afraid that it might start people would panic, and so they had to, I forget how they handled it, but it was something like they used a different name. It was pretty funny. It was pretty funny. Everelia says, that's why I didn't want to change my name status, because I was the last of my maiden name, but my uncle managed to have a baby boy while I was engaged, so I was able to change it without guilt. Yeah. So I'm the last. And there is another line of the family, but it's so far back, separated. Yes, her whole family is missing. It's an ongoing joke. Can you imagine? I feel so sorry for her. I wouldn't have taken the name. I would have been like, dude, I just can't. Sorry. Get over it. Oh, Lord. That's funny. Terrible and funny. Well, I mean, are you a male or a female? When you get married, you know, in the US, it's really, you have to make that decision. It's time to make that decision, because you have to decide whether you want to change it or not in the US. Traditionally, women have. It's only been since, you know, women's lib that women don't always. It is a huge pain. It's a tremendous pain. It's part of the reason why I didn't do it. It's a nightmare. I have had friends who have recently done it, and I'm just like, yeah, nah, I'm passing, man. Not interested. Okay, thanks. But they do, in some states, they make it easier than others. Like, you can fill out one form and it takes care of a whole bunch of things, because so many people do that. Everelia says, the best last name I ever heard of was in college. There were a pair of very attractive male twins whose last name was Divine. We called them the Divine Brothers. They were understandably very popular. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, and so the question is, you know, what do you want to do? Do you want to deal with it or not? And, you know, I had a coworker who said that he believed that, not because he was a very feminist man, so it was a kind of an odd thing for him to say, but looking back, I kind of see his position. I was a divorce attorney for about 10 years, and his theory was any relationship in which one of the parties, it didn't matter who, didn't take the last name of the other, because nowadays you can be a man and take a woman's name. It doesn't matter. You can do the dash in between if you wanted to. And he said, you know, anybody he ever saw not doing that usually didn't last. Like if they both kept their maiden names. Exactly, research. Research says, because traditionally, marriage was the ritual to mark a woman moving from property of father to property of husband. Sounds bad, but on the upside, all the white deaths also became property of husband. Of course, now we know better. That isn't always true, research, because women's property changed a lot longer ago than you might think in certain countries. In certain historical countries, women were, in fact, allowed to keep their their inheritances as well as their personal debts. It depended on where you were and what period of time it was. I've done actually a lot of research on that because of the fact that my job is to do historical research for going back to the 1600s in different countries and different states. So you have to understand that that's not always solidly true, but generally true. There were Alex's Pets. Thank you for the follow. And then yeah, I mean, even honestly, even in the US, going back to the turn of the century and earlier, we had women teachers. When people realized that men didn't want to keep those jobs because they could go on to better jobs paying wise, and the turnover was so great that suddenly it became a woman's job. But in the old days, it was always a man. The same thing with washerwomen and maids and teachers. Yeah, well, like teachers we talk about, and nurses. At first, nurses were all men, and then again, when men were missing during the wars, it sort of transitioned to a more female thing. But exactly, Howland's rad. Women would get fired if they got married up until the 50s. That is the truth. So if you were going to work in any of those jobs, unless you were an Italian or some other immigrant like that, Irish still got fired. The Italians, for some reason, especially the washerwomen and the ones who worked in the factories in New York, like, they could bring in piecework and they wouldn't get fired. You could do piecework in your home and then, and not get fired for that. But generally, Irish women especially, there was a reason why so many Irish women were spinsters. It's because if they didn't, they got fired. So we had this tremendously huge influx of Irish, especially in New York City, starting in the 1850s and going forward, and it was mostly female. Hello, Elder Scrolls. It's crazy when you look at the death records for that time period. It's crazy how many Irish single women there were who died. And like I said, it was mainly because of the fact that they came over to have their own jobs and things like that, and so you couldn't get married in the US if you did that. Strident, Vampire Manor. I'm a big nerd, but it was just something curious that... Isn't it though, Helen? It is so sad they had to choose so blatantly. It really was. But I would like to think, I don't know if it's true, but I would like to think that a lot of these women had special friends that they never married. I would like to think that. I don't know if it's true. It may not be. But I hope for their sake that they had special friends. This is on EU or darkeminence. This is their strident, Vampire's Manor. I mean, just because they didn't marry doesn't mean they didn't have some fun, you know what I mean? I never thought like that until my mother-in-law told me. She's from a small town in Wisconsin. And I had noticed that there were so many more single women who had died for a long, long time in their cemetery, because I do research on the deceased and all that. And they had so many single women. And I asked her about that. And she said, yeah, well, I just got here. Yeah, EU. She said, just because they're single didn't mean they were alone. Apparently, if you remember, we're talking about World War I and World War II periods. And, oh, that's neat. Nice way to enclose it. And during those times, they had fewer men around. So a lot of women didn't get married. But they did have fun. They just may never marry. Right. Well, and either female special friends or male special friends. You could have both. My mother-in-law has a male special friend. My husband's father died many moons ago. 2002. She's never remarried, but she has a special friend. It's a he, but it's like, you know. You're funny, research. Yeah, people can do what they want. So, I kind of like the fact that she decided never to remarry. Oh, that is cool looking. Look at that. That's wicked. I like it. Look at that fireplace. That's cool. Markmeyer and Khajiit and the backs being those chairs. That looks fantastic. Good use. Nice clutter. Also a nice handcrafted fireplace. Whoa, look at that. Cool stairs, bro. I'm on EU. Did it come on EU? I don't think so. Did you send it on NA? Because I'm on EU. I don't have it if you sent it here. Oh, no, I did not then. When did you send it? I didn't see anything from you. Am I crazy? I could be crazy. Look at the wallpaper. You use rugs and stick them in the walls, and they look like wallpaper with wainscoting. Looks really good. You know what? I was just gonna suggest this, and then I looked up and realized they did. They used the Daedric. Really? They used the Daedric chain to attach the Breton chandelier to add the extra length. That is a really good idea. Excellent clutter here, by the way. Darkeminence is doing good. What is this? This is a romantic evening. Some romantic evening. Someone will be waiting. Very good. And it probably didn't go to me. It could be on my alt account. You may have sent it to my alt account, which I have not been on yet today. My main has a Y. So Stabity. I might have to just change my name on the other account. It's too confusing to people. It's way past time that I could have done that. Elderzeref, Cara Vorgol, Coldharbour. Back in high school, I could have done it. Not anymore. My name on the game should be spelled the way that my name is on the stream. If that helps. I do have another character that I'm just going to change its name because it's confusing people. Oh, cool. I will go see it. I didn't see it on the... When did... Really? Last night? Because I didn't see it. We looked at the... Whoa. Oh, that's bad. Oh. Creepy. Not liking that look. Wow. Spooky! I am spooked. I will take a look at that when we get back on NA. I will get on NA before long. We only have 45 more minutes anyway because J-Heart. Ugh. I don't like to go over his EU stream for my folks. So what they've done here is actually really freaking awesome. You know those bowls that do the spinning fire? it's, they've buried it so it's just under the surface, and it looks very, what's the word I'm thinking of? Looks like lava a lot. It's really nice placement. Well done. I also like the distance stuff. All the Daedric rock mixed with the blue trees. Thank you, Bayushi. Orb of Stone. It's oddly similar to Bastion, doesn't it? Look, a little, that main room looks like Bastion a little bit. Nice cabinet work. Look at that. I did NA already. I did the 2 new houses that I saw on NA, which is why I'm surprised that you said you made it open to the community, because I didn't see it on the community list. I would have gone. Whoa, whoa, what is this? You need lights in this, dude. Hold on. I need lights in this. I can barely see it and it looks amazing. It looks like archaeology stuff of dead bodies. You need lights in this. It's brilliant. I'm going back. I'm going back. I didn't see it. Yeah, that's the new Solitude stove. Oh, very nice. No, I think it is. Okay, please do. You also have to reload once you publish it. I'm assuming you did if you sent it last night. I'm not sure why that didn't work. I can test it as soon as I get back. Wiggly broccoli. This is neat. Lots of really good ideas in here. Look at that. That's clever too. This is a very science-y room. Whoa! How? What am I missing? Okay, bye, Howlin. It was nice seeing you. What are those? Are those new? Someone tell me what that is. If that's what that's a combination of. That's new Undaunted. Okay. Yeah. That's wild. I need to go look at it. It's one piece, huh? Never seen it before. Well, why would I know that? Because it's a dungeon item. I would never get it. So we've got... This front hall is so Bastion Sanguinaris-y to me. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, then I don't feel as stupid. This is great. Good job. These are the new blue lanterns that are writ pieces. Yeah, soldable by some people, not by me. Excellent. Lots of scary goodness. I am impressed. Good job, Elder. Alright. I did a whole snugpod. We'll do Luniel. A place to call home. I'll try to get through this fast so we can go back to NA. Hold on. Which guar? Oh, you mean your guar for the contest? No, I don't think I did. I didn't watch the contest. I've been so busy. So this is A Place to Call Home by lunielgreenleaf, who, based on their name, Excellent clutter, by the way. Right? Based on their name, I see this being very Bosmer type character, but who knows? Lots of interesting stuff in here. They did do a second floor with a beautiful banister. They just used these Merkmeyer things. Oh, look at that! So they took the Telvanni bed and they just put the Wood Elf bed on top of it in order to... Okay, I'll head over. In order to make it look like a Bosmer bed, which I think actually works. Beautiful. Alright. Lovathy's Guar. Let us go and see Lovathy's Guar. Just a quick moment. I have to open this door. I'm burning up. So hot. This office gets warmer than any other room in the house. It also gets colder. So it's like the worst for temperature. Okay, cool. You're a bit wonky. Alright, so we're in Lovathy's house. We've got a griffin. We've got a zombie. We've got... Ooh, pretty! Wow, this is really different for you. And I like it. I like the mechanical bit. It's different. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. He's a Borg. It's a Borg. Am I right? He looks like a Borg to me. That is awesome. Robo-Guar. That's great. I don't know. You know what gave me the Borg feeling? Was because of this part here with the little eye thing next to it. Totally reminds me of Locutus of Borg. What a cutie. That's really creative. A real departure for you. And I like, although you did surround it in your signature style, which I like. Now I know what you did. You stole all these from Ellen here. It was a lot of fun. Good job. We're running through these pretty quick, don't worry. Flaming Nix, Raziel, 666. Kleiner Ruckzugsort. If you guys know what that means, I don't. Kleiner Ruckzugsort. Borg? Does it? Borg. Don't you remember from Star Trek, Locutus of Borg? No? Am I that old? Does no one remember Borgs? Thank you. Thank you for remembering. I don't feel so bad now. Alright. Happy birthday in advance. Does anyone know what Kleiner Ruckzugsort meant? And we're in a very dark elfy home. Quite nice. With good cobble. I mean, good, I keep saying cobbles when I mean, clutter. Thank you. What is this? This is 100 out of 100. It looks it. It looks full. It looks good. I like the shelving. A good way to make your house stand out is when you're talking about an apartment is to put shelving up. It can be really something that sets you apart, and I think that looks really good. Mine too. My favorite too. Sea coats. Triplecast Bastion. I have not seen that. I'm gonna be honest with you. I stopped watching television in, what year was it? 2002, 2001? When I got into law school. Completely stopped. I didn't have the bandwidth anymore. And by the time that I was out of law school, it's just... Oh, thank you, Marmex. I appreciate that. For some reason, I thought that was German. But I don't know languages well enough. Oh! Vampire Castle. Look at this spookiness. Somebody spent a lot on these, look, tendrils. And I hate you, and you should give me this, because I want it. Give me your Bolendrung. No, I just couldn't get back into it. You can make fun of me, but when you take that long off of TV, you just sort of, I don't know. And then recently, recently, about a year ago, I started paying it. Oh, you look cool. I don't think I've ever seen you before. I don't have Netflix. We don't. I mean, what's the point of me getting Netflix when I don't even watch TV, right? This is amazing. What is this? Yeah, so I don't watch TV anymore. So I got to the point where, I couldn't get into it. And then about a year ago, I took a look. I took a look at it in the last year, and I watched some snippets of things, and you have to realize that after taking 20 years off of television, the increase of violence on the shows that people like, this is like a VIP bar, is just, happy Friday to you as well, Roisha, is actually like kind of astounding, like to the point where I couldn't watch it. It like messed me up. I'm really sensitive about watching people get hurt anyway, so like watching a little bit of Breaking Bad, watching a little bit what's the other one that Ozark, watching a little bit of any of those shows, it's just far beyond anything that I can personally handle. And it's nothing wrong with people. I unfortunately saw the head squishing, and that was enough for me. It's just too violent. It's just too violent for me. And I don't mean that as like, oh, kids shouldn't watch TV because it's too violent. It's meaning it messes me up. Like, I can't sleep after watching that shit. So it's just not something that I personally can watch anymore. And those seem to be the favorite shows that people like, are the ones that are violent. And so, I mean, maybe, I know they have stories attached to them that are interesting. But I'll tell you, I do read Wikipedia. I'll read about the episodes, but I won't watch them. They're just too damaging to me. This is one of the new achievement thingers. Annie. You almost got a naked potato. Oh, I do general housing tours, almost always. These are not contest entries. We're going to do this, and then if I have enough time, which I should, right after this one, I'll go back over to NA so that I can look at Elder Scrolls TV, because they're very proud of their build, and I want to go see it. So this will be the last one. Yeah, the follows went up, and much appreciated. I really need more, yes. They are super, super important. 515, so they mostly did the outside. So yeah, I'm just a big old wuss when it comes to that stuff. I don't see anything up there. Big old baby. Benevolent. It might be because I posted a new stabby video yesterday. I did I put my Merkmeyer one up, and it's shortened to 12 minutes. So if you guys want to watch it, that's not true. I've seen your other houses. You didn't like it and took it apart, but I liked it. And also I've seen your Earth Terror. So, not the only house you've ever done. Oh, you weenie. Only here for drops. I didn't even know I had drops on. Those were rough drafts. They were very nice rough drafts. Okay, we're going to head back over to NA because I want to look at Elder stuff because he's very excited to show us. And I don't blame them. Yeah, so I posted the new Thiefy 12 minutes. Here's your route and suggestions in Merkmeyer to make lots of money. Here's the link. If you have a Reddit account, could you update it? If you don't, I understand. Wait, what? Somebody posted as a response to my Reddit post, too many girl gamers nowadays, why I play solo. I don't understand that. Don't get it. Oh, I mean, Flaming Nixes are fast. We could do that one. The only reason why I'm ending quickly, thank you, Ula. The only reason why I'm ending quickly-ish today is because J-Heart starts in a half an hour. Thank you so much, Everolia. It starts at about a half an hour, and so many EU people watch this stream that I don't want to make them have to miss J-Heart's EU housing hike. So on those days, or days when he has his contests, apparently, I will cut it off exactly when he starts. It's out of respect to my viewers and also out of respect to him. He's a friend. Oh, is it? I haven't seen your new house yet, C-Code. I look forward to it. Cooties is a big issue. You should make a whole Cooties house research. Maybe. I don't really get it. Why would they want to play alone? I don't get it. I wasn't even talking about that. I was just trying. Here's the thing. Initially, I put up the picture of my potato, and it didn't get any posts. It didn't get any clicks. And when I talked to Maldorin and some other people, they were like, yeah, the potato picture doesn't quite work. So that's why I made this little image as the cover, and it's got me killing somebody, and it's got a little clip of the prices of the things you can get, and then a picture of me, because I thought with the picture of the potato, it didn't quite work. And so I didn't do it to say, oh, look, I'm pretty. But of course I picked a flattering photo. But it's like, I'm not trying to be all, I don't know, whatever. All right, Elder. Let's see. And then I'll head over to, actually, you know what? Let me do eclipses first, because it'll be fast. Eclipse. If it's one little, if it's just a Flaming Nix, it'll take 2 seconds. Eclipse Nightwolf. Flaming Nix. I almost... Oh, derp. It's been a while. Sorry about that. I can't remember. It's been so long. Flaming Nix. Flaming Nix. Away we go. Ow. Fingy hurts. Ow. I kind of want to respond with, I don't get it. But I don't want to pay attention to people saying that. I mean, I'm talking about stealing things. I'm not talking about, hey, look at me, I'm pretty. Or even suggesting that I think that. I'm just saying, hey, let's look at pictures. I mean, look at steely things. Steely. Yeah, that's why I'm not going to answer. I'm going to just ignore it. Oh, wow. Okay, so cool. We got a multiple coolness here. Just give me a moment. We've got, first of all, you got crafting tables. You have, it's like a, what I call a pit stop house. It's where it has the stuff that you need, like the vendors or the tables or whatever. And then you have a beautiful garden here, an alchemy garden. I really like it. I like the dream shards. I like the flowers you picked. These are really nice additions. These are, I believe they're Lux items mixed in with vendor items, which makes it a little bit more affordable, but beautiful. And the mushrooms make a lot of sense for alchemy. And then you've got a little alchemy area over here with the incense and the flowers. Stuff in the cubbies, as everyone knows, I love my stuff in the cubbies. But the second floor is really cool that you went to the trouble of building a second floor in such a small place. And you don't actually feel like it's that small. It is a nice garden. It's like an alchemist's getaway. And I see what you did. This is just for alchemy. If you notice, one table. So you've got the one table and the alchemist garden. And then you've got your little mushroom and all the books and everything. So it's simply, it's not even a pit stop house. It's a simply alchemy house. I like that. I think if you carried that on with other houses too, for like, you know, a bakery or, you know, a wood shop, that could be a really cool theme that I've actually never seen anybody just do a series of those. That would be really cool and very, very unique. I've seen just a bakery, but to actually do what you did here, I think would be fun to see. I like it. It's a good job. I like it a lot, actually. And remember, folks, you get this from the alchemist dudes. Oh, let me look. I didn't look. Soul trapping, which would work. Let me see. I can't mouse over those. Sadness. Well, if you do it, let me know. I'd love to see them. Honestly. Like, I love looking at them. I don't know. This one fits. I mean, the one you picked to... Oh, Arcana Restored works, too. I think they work. They're magic-y. Alright. And also, by the way, really good way of hiding the otherwise unsightly boards. Kaylee, I haven't seen you in a while. Hello. Thank you. Mwah. Thank you so much. You're a sweetheart. Now I'm going to head over to Elder Scrolls before he loses his dang mind. Keely, you're awesome. Yeah, it is. It's an alchemy shop. Alright, why isn't it on open houses? Am I blind? I know why, because I went to it by accident recently, and what's her name? Your girlfriend said, don't go into it, he's not ready yet. So I did go into it, so it showed that I had already seen it. So we're going to go to Macalania Woods. Visited 1 week ago. There you go. Reanimated subscription thing? What are you talking about? What? What are you talking about? Oh. I'm sorry. Okay, let's go on over. You've confused me, research. I'm confused. Oh. It's a kitty with a blep. What, you do not know a kitty blep? What's wrong with a kitty blep? Thanks for the follow, Simon Nillian. See, this one is a kitty grabbing the heart, and the second one is a kitty blep. You're just so mean to me, man. What the hell is wrong with you? Why are you so mean? Well, I don't see the animation. Oh my god. So, okay, so just right off the bat, this reminds me a little bit of what Tactical did in the entrance of their Coldharbour, which is, you see how it's like kind of like an arch? There's an arch where it encloses you, so you don't see too much beyond it. It kind of keeps it in this view, and what you see moving behind you is, I think, that sea of stars with a slightly changed color, and it looks fantastic. You can just feel like you're shooting through space on that. It's really beautiful. And then this is a painting with, I don't know which effect in front of it, which is pink, throbbing with, I'm a little afraid to go in, but we must. Ooh, the sparkles. See the random sparkles everywhere? That's really well used effects, folks. And yes, we're carrying on the woods feel, but you still have that amazing looking stuff over there. Holy crap. Hey, Megan Pie. Hey, Megan. Believe me. Hey, every other potato, please back me up on this. You never talk too much, Megan Pie. You're never talking too much. You are always welcome to chat in my channel. In fact, I prefer it because it gives me something to interact with. So the potatoes will tell you, you do not talk too much. You're just fine. Yes, he does. In fact, he's gonna do EU in a little bit. How do I move on? This is, holy smokes. Magpie's fine. You don't need to worry about it. You do not need to worry about it. This way? I'm scared. I'm scared. Oh. Wow. Wow. I'm not going to turn off the, I don't want to lose the illusion. This reminds me, okay, I see what you did. It is better here than it was in Moonsugar, honestly. And I'm surprised to even say that. Look at that! Floating towers. The blue glowies. I'm kind of stunned. Look at the little lights hanging from the mushrooms, too. I can't even walk straight, but I'm afraid that, and the waterfalls coming off of the towers too. That's insane. So insanely good, but insane. I like the way you light the way to go. You can go multiple places, but I don't know which way you want me to go first, left or right. I like the way that you're lighting this with these lights. It's very bright. Alright, we'll go left first, I guess. I'm scared. I don't know what it reminds me of. It seems completely unique to me. I can't think of anything. So this is Aether, and I think Aether looks more like water than water does. So And here's a waterfall. And the blue crystals. Wow, so that's another way up. Okay, we'll go up the stairs. If I could jump. I think that's a way up. Am I supposed to go up the stairs? Looks like Daedric Rock. And these look like those achievement trees. The handfast trees. Am I supposed to go up? Because, like, I kind of suck. Yeah. Yeah, the handfast tree trellis vine thingers. Oh, wow! Oh, wow. Thank you, Swankry. I wonder... Is that like a firework? Or what is it? What do you think? What do you imagine that to be? I'm curious to know. Yes. The water is an EHT effect, see? It's aether. It's beautiful. It's like a crystal cave. Wait, do I keep going forward or do I go back? Did I miss anything? I'm afraid I might miss something. Doesn't look like it. No, I'll fall. I'm missing falling to my death. Okay, so there is a story behind it. It's the source of Macalania's energy in this area is Macalania. Okay. And then we go down here. That's expensive. This is what that is. That really is this. Research Monkey says, a crystal breeding grotto where all the crystals get together for some sexy time. Somehow, I don't think that's what it is. But research has a curious way of looking at things, and not necessarily bad, just curious. Alright. We have all of these crisscrossy paths. Oh my goodness. I do too. But I liked the first iteration. They had one in Moonsugar, which, by the way, no way I'm jumping over there. Sorry. Stabbies can't jump. I do have on video. I toured it. So if you don't have a copy on video or anything, I'm happy to just go back and find it and link it to you, so you haven't lost anything. At least in terms of, you know, the experience of it. Wow. This is like an icy lake. And I love that the path is the blue things. The stuff isn't just surrounded by the blue. Oh, what a great use of those. These are from Murkmire, these holders. And they usually are meant for the little azure eye that comes with it, or that you can buy next to it, but with a... It looks fantastic with the Sigix in it. Gold crystal. Yes, I saw how big it was, you weirdo. I love the blue. And then this again is EHT, but I don't know which effect this is. This must be whirlpool going really slowly. A light blue whirlpool. And then all the waterfalls and the great tree, and you know what's interesting? It's not overdone. Like, I could see how it would be too much if you did certain things, but you really didn't just stick things in places. It's actually thought about, because look, see those mushrooms? They actually match the Coldharbour balls on the top of it. It's not too much. It's just really enough. Yeah, but given the number of slots you have, it seems like you didn't, like... You ever go into somebody's house, like an old person's house, and they have 80 bajillion tchotchkes all over the place, and it's just sometimes just too much? I am glad that you didn't go that direction, is what I'm saying. Did I miss a spot other than ones that I would have to jump to because stabbies don't jump? fingers hurt. We have a little bit of time, but not much. Did I go out to that spot? I must have missed pathways that I don't know how to do. Oh my lord. Especially the glowy ones. That would be insane. I'm scared. I can't jump over there. It looks like it's so much bigger. Feels like you could keep going. I think it's because of the way you did the paths. There's so, you know what it reminds me of? The only thing I can think that it reminds me of is from Disney, the mountain. Was that roller coaster mountain in the dark? What the hell is it called? Magic Mountain? It's whatever that darkness one is. I forget the name of it. Wow, really cool. It's really good. I like it a lot. Thank you for sharing it. Space Mountain, that's it. It reminds me of Space Mountain. For whatever reason, it just does. And now, I'm gonna just jump. Whee! I didn't die. I'm under the sky. Breaking the illusion, breaking the illusion, breaking the law, breaking the law. Don't get mad at me. I'm just having fun. This is great. I feel like I'm a spaceship. I'm a spaceship! Sorry. Gives me an idea, though. Imagine you can, in first person, you could probably make a spaceship. Like, let you be a spaceship. Yeah, it's amazing. Thank you. I love it. So different from mine. Mine is so different. Alright, I'm gonna call it. You got a few minutes for J Heart, but I am beat and I gotta eat something. So I will catch you all later. So enjoy your J Heart, and I will see you all tomorrow. Have a good one.